friends, it's me, Pastor Doug, with another word of encouragement for the day for today, Tuesday, May 4th, also known as National Star Wars Day. So today's word comes out of Ezekiel chapter 16, verse 49, and in it we continue our exploration of this theme of greed and the sneaky ways that greed grips our heart. And more importantly, the fact that Jesus is our king. And if Jesus is our king, well, then greed is not my king. Greed can't dictate my decisions and my choices. So again, today's word comes out of the book of Ezekiel, which is Ezekiel was an Old Testament prophet. And in this passage, he is speaking words of hope and encouragement, but also words of judgment and indictment against Jerusalem. And he's personifying the city of Jerusalem, the ancient city of Jerusalem, as a sister, and he's personifying a bunch of other ancient cities as Jerusalem's sisters. So in this passage, you'll hear Ezekiel speak of Jerusalem's sister, Sodom. Now, these weren't actually two sisters. He's talking about cities, and again, he was personifying them as sisters. So again, Ezekiel here is writing the word of the Lord as an indictment, a word of judgment against Jerusalem and against what he calls her sister, Sodom. Here we go. Now this was the sin of your sister, Sodom. She and her daughters, in other words, her inhabitants, were arrogant, overfed, and unconcerned. They did not help the poor and the needy. Wow, what an indictment. Now, what's really interesting about this is many of you might be familiar with the ancient city of Sodom. And if you go back to Genesis chapter 19, there's a whole section on really what ends up being the downfall and the destruction of this city of Sodom. And most people sort of assume why, what activities, what sins, what behavior led to the destruction of Sodom. But this passage in Ezekiel gives us a really interesting insight that really what led to the destruction of Sodom was that her people, her inhabitants, were arrogant, overfed, and unconcerned. Remember, this week we're talking about greed. Isn't that a fantastic definition of greed, right? Being arrogant, concerned with myself and only myself, overfed, I've got more than enough, I'm stuffing myself with more stuff, and unconcerned. That's the nail in the coffin there. It's not just that I have stuff, it's that I am so over concerned with myself that I am completely unconcerned with anyone around me. Friends, may you and I not be gripped by greed. May you and I not become arrogant, overfed, and unconcerned. May we continue to walk in gratitude, and may that gratitude overflow into generosity to the people around us. Friends, have a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow.